Today is June 3rd, 2020. I'm Kimberly Jolly with Fat Quarter Shop FlossTube. I'm super excited to be here today. We are going to wrap up MAY-NIA today with all of the things. I have 7 finishes. Super excited to have got so much done. I want to start off today with just kind of addressing what's going on in the world. We're a cross-stitch channel, a quilting channel. We talk about positive things. We want this to be a place where we can come and just be a community and just talk about cross-stitch. Behind the scenes, the way that I am making a statement with Kevin is we are going to be donating to NAACP College Fund, and we're going to donate $5,000 for African American College Fund. That's the way that we're making a difference. I would suggest that you do whatever you feel in your heart, to do whatever you can to make a statement, whatever your beliefs are. But this is not a place to go and we're not here to have controversy or to talk about it. I don't know how to solve the world's problems. I'm not a political commentator. I don't work for CNN. I don't know the solution. I just know what works for our family and what we teach our kids. And that's not for this. What this is for is cross stitch. So I'm gonna show you my cross stitch. So first I'm gonna start with Stitch Cards Set E. This is a brand new set of stitch cards. So the way that they come is like this. This is set E, so it's our 5th set with Laurie Holt. Every time you get a stitch card, you get 4 designs and you get a border. And every time the border changes. So this is the 5th border option. So for example, you could take a stitch card from set A and put it with a border from stitch card set E. And so, you know, of course, and then we will be doing some big sew-alongs. So I'm going to go to the front camera and just kind of show you how that's looking. So Laurie made these cute little pillows, or sorry, overhead camera. She made these cute little pillows, and these are all the stitch card E's, and she put together a video on her brand new YouTube channel. It's just called Laurie Holt, on how you can turn these into pillows. And these look really great with 10 count also because they make bigger, fluffier pillows. So these just released this week. It is coming out, so it just came out this week, super cute. And we put together a thread set this morning, and we have a limited number just because DMC is super limited on colors right now. So that's what we have on stitch cards. Super excited about these stitch cards. I think this would be super cute if you made kind of like a long skinny pillow with it. So that is stitch card set E. Let me know if you guys have any questions or you want to chat about stitch cards E. Of course, the designer is Laurie Holt.
All right, I'll wait for questions to roll in. We had a couple sweet comments before live stream. Karen Cox was saying, "Good morning from Ohio. I do not cross stitch, but I love to see everything you ladies and gents are doing." I think that's great. I feel like that's where I'm standing right now. I'm like, this is awesome. I love seeing it all, but I don't cross stitch.
Yeah.
And then a question from Kathy Longstreet. What size needle do you use for 28, 26 count, and how on earth do you thread it with 2-ply floss?
So I use 26 count Pat Carson needles, and those needles have a bigger eye somehow. And so I just thread it like normal. So I use 26 count. 26 size needle, sorry. And that's pretty much what I use on most things. I mean, if I'm working on like a 10 count, I might use a size 24, but most of the time I use a size 26. And I do keep the needle from project to project. I'll keep it until I break it. So.
All right. And I did just receive a comment that I am echoing, so we will fix that real quick. But next question from Tina Crooks. What color do the blocks get stitched on? I think for the stitch card.
We put it on here. 25 count Prim Lugana is what she stitched on these. And each of the stitch cards she does do different cloth, and so we put it on the pattern. So if you have like set B, it might be a different cloth than set E. So it's just kind of a she has fun with it. And then she has a big bowl of these where they're all different sizes, all different cloths, and so it makes it super fun.
All right, let's see. Ilse Rojas says, I should try cross-stitching. I'll have so much fun. I'm sure I will. I think I'll give it a hand soon. Crystal Rose says, I finally finished my house on Feels Like Home. LOL. That's awesome.
Yay! Yeah, everyone was saying how long it took. Because it's so much fill-in. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to show you all my Mania from this week, and then there we go. So my very first one is Snow Village. This just shipped to if you were in the club, and this is Ice Creamery. So this is the next one. The one that I'm working on right now is Snowflakes for Sale. And so let's see. So on this one, I am going to be doing all the back stitching at the very end because I don't trust myself. My back stitching, I feel like I can either be too loose or too tense. So I'm going to do all the back stitching at the very end. I even think I'm going to leave the French knots off. I don't even trust myself to do those. I don't think anybody's going to come in my house and say, oh, the snowmen don't have eyes. I do have kids, so maybe they will. But so I am going to try to get this done. I am going to be taking a break from this one. This will be done in Jolly July. Jolly July is going to be Christmas themed, so I will be working on that bottom row then. It's looking pretty good. I changed all the colors. I changed the fabric. And let's see. I didn't get too much time on this. This took me 2 hours and 14 minutes right here. And I'm stitching on 18 count white petty point on gray. And super fun. I like the way it came out. I like the color changes. I think it's going to look really nice in my house. And so I kind of just leave this. Now see, this is how I keep my needle. I just keep it, this is a Pat Carson needle. I just kind of leave it in there. And then there we go. So that's the first one. The next item is Prim Stitch series. So this is kind of a little tease. This is going to be a brand new bag. It's going to be in stock in June or July. It is similar to Gingham on the Go where you can stitch on it. So it's the same type of bag, but it is square and it is designed by Laurie Holt and it sits up. So I'm going to show you Stitch 6, Stitch Series 6. So on this, I am using my Prim Floss box. Here's the pattern. I can't like show you, so I'm going to cover it up. And this is part 6. So this took me quite a bit because of the border. I did a lot. You can see I started and stopped quite a bit. But then I was going to kind of do the top, but then I thought, well, I've already got the yellow out. So I went ahead and did the yellow. These are her brand new bitty boards. And she's got this brand new sheep needle minder and the scissors stay on top of it and the needle. So I could put the needle on there at the same time and it would stay. I, in the bag, have the small design board in the bag because it just kind of stays on it. So I have both in there. So that is finished, or that is my start 2 for that week. But I did want to let you know section 2 I finished completely. So Prim Stitch series 2 I finished. I mailed it to Laurie Holt. She's going to be finishing it. It is the second in the series of this pattern series. It's a pattern series that's going to start shipping July. Sorry. And so I finished part 2. I can't show it to you, but that was my finish for this week. My next one is Feels Like Home. This was so fun. I'm all done and I love it. I think it looks great. I ran out of some thread, and the reason I ran out is because I had used my thread to stitch on my bag, on my Gingham on the Go bag, and so I couldn't finish it completely in one day, but I think it looks really nice. I found some really cute finishing pieces and I sent them to Priscilla, and I'm going to mail this to her today. And she's so nice to finish it for me. So super cute. I love this one. And this is a PDF. So if you're interested It is a PDF. And look, my little birdies, they love each other. Look, they stuck together. My birdies, they stuck together. So that is my second finish for the week. It's only got 2 finishes this week, but that's okay. The next one is Kringle's. And so this is the pattern by Little House Needleworks that came out at the Needlework Market. And I basically have kept all the fabrics. I have kept all my threads exactly the same. I changed my fabric to a gray Lugana because what she suggested was a linen, and I don't feel that I'm adept enough to do linen. So this is the room that I did, and what's really funny, maybe not so funny, is when I was sitting there doing it Friday night, I noticed that there were some berries up here. And I thought, that's weird because in one, I didn't have berries. So when I looked over here, I had done all my berries in the wrong color.
Oh.
So I had to unpick the berries, but I'm glad that I caught it because it would have looked, I just was like, something looks off. And this one did take quite a bit because it was a ton of start and stop. So I am kind of excited about the next section because it's a lot of fill in, and so I can go a little bit faster. So I'm going to be working on this in Jolly July. I'm not even sure if I'm going to work on it again until Jolly July so that I can actually get some finishes done on some of the other stuff I'm about to show you. And then the next one is Prim Village. And I finished Prim Village and I mailed it to Laurie Holt, and I'm going to show you her Prim Village. She's going to be working on it, framing it for me, but this is Laurie's Prim Village. So I finished this. I mailed it to her last week, and then this is her large vintage frame. She's going to paint it a different color. Mine I stitched on Overcast, which is gray, but I used the same threads so that it just gives it a different look. So that's pretty awesome. She's going to paint that and finish that for me. So I'll be able to show that to you soon. And then I have 2 other things that I worked on. I am, it's funny how I'm trying to do as many finishes as I can. So on this one, I kind of decided that I would go through and work on anything that had Aida because I can go so much faster on Aida. Sorry, this is literally, I just throw stuff in my bag. So I worked on this last night for 3 hours. And I was really thinking I could finish it, but I couldn't. And I'm really glad on this one that I'm stitching on Aida because you can see that it's a lot of movement to create that look. And if I was working on something that was like a Lugana, I would really probably have a hard time following that. So super excited. I do think this will be finished by next week. And you notice that when I roll them in my bag, I do kind of roll them this way and just throw them in. So this is the flag by Bent Creek. So I'm hoping to have this one finished next week. And then the last thing I worked on was Glory. I have to hide my pattern. Sorry, Glory by Bent Creek. And I'm going to show you one thing that I did do. So this one, I'm halfway done. Woohoo! I thought I was going to be done with this one too, and I'm not. So on this one, I'm going to write Glory, which is right here, but I'm going to leave the alphabet off because I don't really need that alphabet. I think it'll look fine without it. And the one thing that I did do is I'm stitching the white first. I'm going to get this out of my bag. I'm stitching the white first, and then I go back and do the red. Now, one thing I'm doing is these were supposed to be satin stitches. Can you zoom in here, Lily?
Yes, I got it.
These right here, sorry, are supposed to be satin stitches, which is just a horizontal stitch from left to right. And since I'm working on, you can kind of see it. Since I'm working on Aida, my stitches look bad because, yes, there you go. So Priscilla told me, hey, why don't you put Smyrna's there? So I put Smyrna's there, and they look a lot better than my satin stitches. My satin stitches looked bad. They would have looked great if I was working on an Evenweave or something that wasn't Aida. But another thing is, even though I stitched the white first, I felt like some of the red threads were kind of getting on the white. So what I did is I got this is some washi tape, and what I've been doing is if I feel like there is kind of red or blue getting in my white, I put the washi tape and then pull it up, and it really does pull off those little frivels. And I only noticed on this one. So when I worked on my other ones that had the red, white, and blue, that really didn't happen. But I feel like this one, because there's so much coverage, it wasn't bleeding or anything. It was just, I just felt like I could see the little slivers. So that's one thing that I did that helped. And I'm hoping that this can be finished next week. I'm not sure if it can, but we'll see. So that is my mania. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and then I'm going to show you all of the stuff that Cheryl's been working on for Mania also after that.
All right, yes, we have lots of questions.
There we go.
I'm going to go down to the questions we got earlier.
Okay.
From Cindy Krell, how many threads do you use on Laurie's 10 count, and what color cloth was used?
Okay, so nothing I've shown today is 10 count. But if you're using her 10 count, it's super awesome, and you can use either 4 or 6 strands. I prefer 4 strands. But we do have something super nice planned. It's sitting in my office for the 10 count. I cannot wait to start it just because I'm super excited about it for myself. It's going to be super fun. And kind of, I want to get my 2 that I just showed you finished, and then that's going to be my next project.
All right, from Gail Stale, can we pre-order bags?
You can click on it to be notified when it comes in stock. It's on our coming soon page. It's called Prim Project Bag. We can link to it, and you'll just get notified when it comes in, and it'll ship right out.
All right, from Amy Williams Boynton, do you have a recommendation for an Aida alternative for the Prim series?
We are still working on it. So what happened is we're working with Fabric Flair, and they sent us a batch, and we compared it, and we didn't like it. So we sent another batch, and we were like, oh my gosh, we still don't like it. So we went ahead and mailed the fabric to Fabric Flair to match, and then we are going to show all of that all at once when we have it. And we apologize for the delay, but we don't want to recommend anything that we don't 100% love. I don't want to recommend something just to sell it to you, and I don't want to recommend something that you're not going to like. So we're just being super picky about getting the right color of Aida for you. And we are on it. We're just, we want it to be right before we give it to you.
All right, from Diana G, she says, good morning all. Is the new bag made of a mesh fabric?
It is. I don't know. Oh, sorry. So this is kind of how it looks. So you can stitch on it. And see, yeah, there you can see it a little bit more. So it's white on the inside, and you can stitch on it. So it's just like our bags, but it's different. It's a different size, but it will sit up. So it's got that gusset. I think that's what you call it. Mm-hmm. I want to have thread that's going to come out on top of me.
All right. From Ilse Rojas, if we want to start later this year for Prim Stitch Along, the pattern will be available to buy the first months?
Yes. Yes. So on the club, you get it first, and you get it a certain number of days before everybody else. That's kind of the benefit of being in the club. But we will have it throughout the time, and then at the very end, after a year, we'll have sets of them also, but that will be way in the future. So what we're doing is we have everything drafted, but I'm stitching, and then my process is I stitch, I mail it to Laurie, she finishes it, photos it, sends it back, we edit it, and then we're ready to go. So I'm in the middle of, I finished 1 and 2, and I'm going to work on 3, 4, 5, and 6, take a little break, and then finish the rest.
From Dana Quilts, can you tell me where I can find the frame piece for Feels Like Home? So I think it's that one.
She got that. I don't remember. Priscilla's probably in the comments. I don't know if she bought that at Hobby Lobby or if she found that at a thrift store. I cannot remember. Let me look and see if... Here we go. Woodpile. This is from Hobby Lobby. It was, I think it's one of those ones that comes just as wood, It says stained wood sign with frame 2014. 1756337 is the number on the back. And I do know she painted it. Or I think she did.
And then Kathy Warden was asking, what is Smirnoff? I think she meant Smyrna stitches.
Oh, Smyrna stitches. Okay, so Smyrna stitches, Cheryl taught me, and we did a video on it on our channel. So you can type Smyrna, which is spelled S-M-Y-R-N-A, and we do it where we do the plus sign first and the X after, because I think it looks better. You could do the X first and then the plus sign on top. I don't think it's as pretty though. And so if you want to watch the video, Cheryl shows you how to do it.
All right, from Janae Combs, she said, when you are done, do you iron your project with or without steam?
I just do whatever. You're not really supposed to do steam. So on those ones that are red, white, and blue, I probably won't do steam. But usually I just, whatever. I mean, and I do have a pressing cloth from Yarn Tree that I bought, and you can use that. So I probably use that with the red, white, and blue just because those colors are so drastically different. So that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do it without steam, and then you can do either like a white towel or a pressing cloth.
All right, from Diana G, how do you organize all these bags, Kimberly?
Oh my gosh, I have a big bucket. The bucket broke, but this bucket will still sit up. So it's in my sewing room. So when I go home, I put everything in the bucket. I keep it in the bucket, and then I just kind of pull from it.
All right. From Kathy Birch, when you use Lugana as a replacement for linen, what count do you use?
25. I've used 28 because I bought a big piece in the beginning of the year. It was like a 1 yard piece, and so I'm using that up. But I prefer 25 because it's easier to see. And then another thing that I have been doing is I have these little charms on here, and they have the day. And so I finished 7. So I kind of keep them in this to motivate me. So I finished 7. But these little charms are by Tim Holtz, and they're by the day. So then I know, okay, I started this on the 26th, that kind of thing. And it's just a fun, silly thing that I do. You don't have to do that. I am super organized, super OCD, super like, I feel like I'm very, I always say this, assembly line. So it's kind of part of my assembly line. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Tereski had suggested you could use black seed beads for the snowman eyes.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think they're going to be a little too big for the eyes since that cloth is super small. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But you know, I still have months and months to worry about it. But I don't like French knots.
From MJ, can you talk about how you go about changing colors?
So changing colors, I don't do that very often. Priscilla is great at that. I don't do it very often, but if something isn't going to match my house, then I will change it. And the way that I do it is I just think about first, you know, what is the aura or what is the feel I want? Start there. Find one color that you absolutely love, and then pick the next favorite color and the next favorite color. And you just kind of, it's great if you have a design board and you can put all your floss on the design board because that's white, and then you can kind of lay it out, put your fabric on the design board, see how it looks. You can just sit at Michael's and just pull the DMC. I mean, honestly, that's a fun way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. From Annie Shaw, several years ago when I did cross stitch, I did it with tiny glass beads. Will you be carrying any of those supplies? Thank you.
We have some beads. They don't sell very well, but if there's like a specific one you want, we have a product request form you can fill out. They don't sell well for us, so we don't have a big variety.
From Denise Whitcomb, for Feels Like Home, can we see the finished piece that you had used to tease the pattern? I think it's that one that she's talking about.
Mm-hmm. So this one was stitched by Cheryl. And Priscilla Blaine of priscillas2000.blogspot.com, also known as Stitching with the Housewives on YouTube, she finished it for me. She used Bloomington fabric, so this is a Bloomington stripe and a Bloomington blue. And this is the back. And on her blog, she will do a post that will talk all about, now that it's finished, about how she finished it, you know, anything she has that's a tip.
From My Chaotic Amazing Life, any idea when the Prim DMC bundle will be back in stock?
2 weeks.
From Hannah Mansfield, looks fabulous, Kimberly, and I love the colors and the fabric as well. Do you sell all of that?
Yes.
Yeah, everything we showed.
Yeah, everything we show, we sell. There is quite a shortage on all thread at all stores everywhere. So if there's not a thread pack in stock, it doesn't mean it's not ordered. It means that there's just a thread shortage in any store that you go to. And so if we have the thread, we make the thread packs. If we don't, we don't, because it's not here, because the order hasn't arrived.
From Deb Glasteter, with the Classic Colorworks thread, I don't always get a good variegation in my sewing. How do you get yours to look so good?
So Cheryl keeps her 2 threads together when she stitches to give variegation. I actually don't do that. I do the loop method because variegation doesn't matter to me. But if you wanted more variegation, I mean, you could just pick a color that has more, you know, some of the colors have more variegation than others. So I think it's all kind of luck of the draw too. They're all different. You know, we've had people call customer service and say, oh, this skein's not the same. That's what it's supposed to be. So.
Cute comment from Laura Nelson Schroet. My sewing room is all Kimberly Aqua.
Aww.
I love that. I love how Kimberly Aqua is a shade, and I know exactly what she means when she says that.
Yeah.
From Janet Dabber, is there an Aida size between 10 and 14?
No. I think there's like maybe an 11, but there's not a 12.
Yeah. I think I bought an 11 at, like, you know, a random craft store.
Yeah, and it's similar to like 10.
Yeah.
So.
From Dana Quilts, please tell Kimberly to try 27 count Linda by Zweigart. I think she would like it and would love it if she carried it.
We have it on order. And we have it on order because Priscilla talked about it in her video. And so we ordered it. We're just waiting for it to come in.
A few people were wondering who Cheryl is.
Cheryl works for us. She's worked for us for 13 years. Almost 14 years. She started the week before Emma was born. That's how I know. And I'm about to show you all her stitching. So she does stitching on linen. Totally different look than I do. I love that she lets me share that with you. But she's one of our model stitchers. And she also makes quilts. And she works on our It's So Emma publishing team.
Yeah. She's amazing. I wish she was like my second grandma or something. Or like my great aunt. I wish I was related to her. Deborah Bird says, will Fat Quarter Shop be doing a sew along for Jolly July like the Feels Like Home? Also
Yes.
a Halloween fall later one in the year?
Both of the above,
Ooh.
yes. They're both designed, and we're going to be presenting that next week. The reason we don't have it now is because we're waiting on the thread. So that's kind of the thing right now, is everything's kind of moving around because we're waiting on thread. So I'm going to show you all of Cheryl's stuff. So Cheryl got to bring all her stuff. This is Suffrage Act by Little House Needleworks. And she has made a lot of progress. She stitched this on 32 count dyed linen from her stash. And so, look how pretty it is. And she said she always wanted to start it. So I bet she'll finish it soon. So that's her first piece. Her next piece is Little House Needleworks. We got these earlier in the year. This is a pattern that comes with the thread, and they're packaged 2 months at a time. So this is May and June, and she's done some of the previous ones that we've shown, and this is May, and she is stitching on blue dyed 32 count Lugana from her stash. So she's got a big stash of fabric that she uses. A good substitute would be Smokey Blue Dyed Effect 32 count. And she's using the thread that comes with the pattern. She just changed the fabric. So that is May. Sorry. The next one is a new pattern that came out at Market called Izzie Decaying by Silver Creek Samplers. It took me a while to get it, right? And she's almost done.
Ooh!
So pretty. She stitched it on 32 count gray hand dyed from her stash. She said a good substitute would be Hazy gray dyed effect fabric flare. And she is using DMC, the called for DMC. But I want to show you the back. Look how good the back looks. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's amazing.
The back could be a front. That's
yes.
Cool. Wow.
So that's super fun. The next one is by With Thy Needle. It is called Souvenirs of the Heart, Star-Spangled Spectacular. And she is almost done. She's just got a little bit to go. She stitched it on 32 count from her stash. The pattern calls for 28 count mushroom Lugana, and she is using the called for floss. So that is super cute. I love the house. And you can see really, when you look at Cheryl's work, you can really see the variegation because she's been stitching a long time and she knows how to do that. The very next one that she's working on is Autumn Lane, which is a brand new pattern company. It's a husband and wife team. It's called Hollow's Eve Haunting. She's using the called for DMC and she's stitching on 32 count Murky Lugana by Picture This Plus. And we have that on order. And so when our order comes, you'll be able to get that. And so she's at the top. Really pretty. She's been stitching, y'all, because there's more. The next one is brand new Priscilla and Chelsea pattern called Sam and Liberty. Look at it. So she stitched on 32 count light taupe Lugana from her stash using our thread pack. We might be sold out of the thread pack, but we're going to get more. A good substitute would be Beautiful Beige or Wheat Lugana. Or you could tea dye your own Monaco. This is so cute. I love it. She's got a couple more. The next one is by Scattered Seed Sampler. It's called Miss Isabel Black. And she stitched it on 32 count Legacy Lugana from Picture This Plus, which we have that color on order. And she's using the call for DMC. And so you can see, it's a fancy cat. It's so cute.
Oh,
I know. And so I love that we're able to show you somebody's stuff that is much more complicated than mine because I'm such a simple stitcher. This is a new pattern called Liberty Lodge by Plum Street Samplers. I believe we are sold out of the pattern. We have more on order. The reason there is a delay, the designer put a note on her Facebook page yesterday about the delay. So when she's able to get back up and running, we will have the pattern. Cheryl stitched on 32 count Bramble Linen from Picture This Plus, which we have that color on order. And she used the called for floss. And she did change 822. Instead of that, she's using 3865. And this one's all done. Yay! So let me know, guys, if y'all have any questions on Cheryl's stitchery, and I can try, or stitches, and I can try to answer. Obviously, she's not here, but I can try to answer my best of what she did. And it's amazing, right? Like, look at all that fancy stitching. It's so amazing.
It is amazing. It's Cheryl's stitchery. MJ says, does Cheryl use Q-snaps?
She uses the
Spring
tension hoops.
Okay. From Christina Pritchard-Laska, she says, I want to see Cheryl on video sometime. What a talented gal.
I know, I asked her one time and she's not, like, she did do some videos for us, but I mean, like, doing a live stream, I think that would be, it's very intimidating to do this, guys. And on days like this, it's not always easy to come and sit in this chair.
From Anne-Marie Makowski, will Fat Quarter Shop be carrying Teresa Kogut's New Land That I Love pattern?
Yes. And she does have a brand new sampler pattern, and we placed an order yesterday for all the threads in that sampler, so we can do a sampler pack also to go with that.
From Stella Napier, what is Jolly July?
Jolly July is a fun event that we do with Priscilla and Chelsea of Stitching with the Housewives, and we stitch just like Mania. We do 31 days of stitching on Christmas items, and so I will be showing you. I'm going to do it very similar to what I did for Mania, and the great thing about it is some of my Manias get to transfer over to Jolly July, so that I'm not really starting anything new. It's just keeping me motivated to stitch, and we're going to talk more about it next week with the new pattern. Priscilla has it right now and she's finishing it, so we got to get it back to show you.
Okay, from Reiki Anna Simon, I was watching your chat with Tula Pink from January and you talked with her about making cross stitch patterns with her. Is that still happening? Thank you for everything.
It's on hold.
Yes. Okay. And Diana G was asking me if I know if YouTube has changed something about membership badges, because she noticed that the custom member emojis are not available.
So the cross stitch channel does not have members, only our quilting channel, and that's all a YouTube thing.
Yeah, so it's like we have
two different channels.
And the FlossTube one does not have the memberships enabled. We just have them enabled on the quilting side.
Yeah, and we just have two different channels because that's what our customers requested. Personally, my take is I would have loved to just kept one channel, but that just doesn't work well with analytics, how YouTube, our YouTube, like...
the algorithm.
Yeah, and like the lady who helps us with YouTube that works at YouTube was like, yeah, you got to separate them. So that's why they're separated.
Yeah. But yes, that's why you won't be seeing that stuff here. That will only show up on the quilting ones.
Yes.
From Marsha Freeman, does the fabric sides have sewing machine stitching or are the sides serged?
She, let's see, like on this one is on two sides. She has it serged. So when she bought it at a store, I'm sure it was serged. These two don't have serging because she cut it down. Oh. So it's all up to you. On my stuff, sometimes, and you can tell like this one was done on a serger, you can tell because of this. And so when she bought this at whatever store she bought it at, they probably serged it because you can see these two sides are serged and these aren't. So she cut it down. And it's up to you if you want to have it. I just use like a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine. I do have a serger, but it's in the box. Imagine that. So I use just a zigzag stitch, and when I do it, I make it really wide and really long so that it doesn't bunch up my fabric. And I don't always serge it. It kind of just depends. Honestly, you know, if I feel like I need to or if I even have time.
From Glenda S, would y'all be able to do a Picture This Plus Aida fabric club?
Let's get the fabric in. Let's see how it sells and we can go from there. Right now, we do have a fabric flare club and a Wichelt club, which I'm going to show you. But we can put it on the list. It would not be in the next couple of months just with everything going on. And we're just trying to stay above water right now.
All right, from E. Martin, I find some 14 count Aida is more tightly woven than others. Do you know what brand is loosely woven to easily see the holes?
Oh, I don't know. I like all the Aida. I'm a Aida equal opportunity employer. I like all Aida. I like Fabric Flare. I feel like Fabric Flare is a little bit softer than Wichelt, but I love Wichelt. Wichelt's what I use most because I like that stiffness. So I don't really have an answer. I love Aida. So
all Aida.
Oh yeah, Country French is softer, and that's Wichelt. And it's there's something on their website, Wichelt's website, that talks about the difference, but it is softer. That one is harder for me to use. I like the stiff. So I guess I'm opposite. I really like that stiffness.
All right, from Anita B, how do you clean older stitch projects?
I don't know. There is a product called, I feel like it has an O and an L in the name. There is like a product that you can use to wash it with that is, I'd have to look that answer up and get back to you, but I would use something very mild. You know what I use when I get a mark on my fabric is a Tide pen. I will tell you, right here, Tide pen works wonders. This is, let me tell you, I use this all the time. So if I get something like tea on my purse, I just use Tide pen. So I use a Tide pen. That Tide pen goes everywhere with me. I think I even have one in my car. Because yesterday when I had to do a video and I had a big splotch right here and I was in the car like with the Tide pen.
Oh, I was like, I didn't notice it. That makes sense.
See? Tide pen.
She got rid of it. Okay, from Lynette Burnett, when will the next Stitcher's Quarterly be out? Was hoping for a sneak today.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Here we go. So this is, everything is in there. I can't show you, but everything is in here. And I will tell you that there is a brand new notion in here that Cody, Jocelyn, and Denise developed. It is amazing. I have been using it. I had to sneak it out of one of my bags. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I kind of sneaked the bag to the side because I didn't want you guys to see it. But there's a great notion in here. And the best thing about this is the subscription is you get it first. You get the pattern way before everybody else. You also get whatever notion is in there before everybody else. This is going to be shipping around June 11th. And the other sneak peek that I can show you is here. And Cheryl finished this piece. And this week we also did a video where I took a piece that Shelby stitched and put it into a pillow. And we're going to have that video available. You know, it's going to be well after it ships so that it doesn't spoil it for anybody. But it's going to give you two options. So Priscilla finished this one, and I'm sure that she will put on her blog all the details later about how she finished it, all her tips. I do know she used the small vintage trim by Laurie Holt in the cloud colorway, and I also ended up using that in my pillow, and my pillow came out pretty cute. I was so excited about my pillow. So this is the sneak peek of that club. I also have some other clubs I was going to go over just to show you so that this came yesterday. This is the August Trucking Along. We have a club for this. It is going to ship out today. And the way this club works is when the pattern arrives, like the pattern arrived yesterday, the next day the club ships. So this is the pattern. Priscilla and Chelsea stitching with the housewives. Here's all the thread. Sorry. And of course, we always have a cute little insert for our clubs that we put together. Denise puts it together, and then this is the fabric that you get. So if you are in that club, great job, you'll get it soon. And that's mine. Haha, I get to take it home. And then I wanted to show you this. This is another club that we have. This is our Weeks Dye Works club. It's called Floss Frenzy. So I'm trying not to, okay, so this right here is what would have shipped in May if you're in the club. And oh, it's okay. And then this is going to be what you ship in June, and it ships towards the end of the month. So I just thought we would show you that. So that's Floss Frenzy. Floss Fix is completely sold out. Won't be able to add spots. Our other club we're going to do with the top camera because I don't want to mess up. So this one, if this is the Wichelt club, or Wichelt, I don't know how you say it. So here, this is Water Lily, which you would have got in May. And this is the Aida, and this is the linen. And you can see there's quite a difference in color. And then in June, if you're in the club, this is what you'll get. And this is Graceful Gray, and you can really see the difference. And so I'm in the club, and I get the Aida, and I love the Aida, and that's what I used on some of my MAY-NIA stuff. And then if you like fabric flare, this is May, and this is Aqua Dyed Effect, which would look so good on a lot of Priscilla and Chelsea's brand new patterns, especially Penelope and Peep. I think that's what I stitched mine on. And the next month, June, you would get Provence Dyed Effect. And I want to show you, fabric flare is super soft, so it's softer than Wichelt. And on one side it's white, and on the other side it's screen printed. And I'll kind of show you maybe the difference in the feel. We can kind of, since that's a good question. So you can see that this is a little bit stiffer. This is Wichelt, and then this is fabric flare. So you can see the difference, and this is softer. I like both. Wichelt is easier for me to stitch on, but I love fabric flare too. I mean, I love the Priscilla, I think it's called Penelope and Pete, that Priscilla and Chelsea designed, and then Priscilla finished it for me, and I showed it in a previous live stream. And then we also have a Pin Lovers Club that is from Just Another Button Company, and I don't think I've ever shown you guys that. We've had that for years. Just Another Button Company is a mother-daughter duo team. They make these hand clay buttons by hand. And then this is an upcoming Button Lovers Club, and this is what we just did. So those are two Just Another Button Company. And so
yes, we got questions.
Yeah, so let me know. I have all this stuff here, and I also wanted to show you how big the piece is that you get. I mean, this is a big piece. You can really cut that down. You get a lot out of it. Okay.
I'm going to start from the top. A few people were asking if there is some place on the website where we can see all the cross-stitch clubs listed in one place.
There is.
And so we're linking it below. I was just seeing that question a lot, so I wanted to
Yeah, and what you could do is there's a section on the left and the right. At the very top right, you can click cross-stitch. It's to the left of gift and accessories, so click there. And then when you get in there, on the left, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 or 9 down, it says cross stitch clubs, and there you go.
Yes. And yeah, that's where you guys can see all the clubs and sign up for all the good stuff. Robin Heinrich was asking, can we still sign up for the Fabric Flare Club?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Katrina E wants to know where the frame from the Stitch Quarterly is from.
Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby. Sorry, I don't. I gotta find it. Hold on a second. I gotta find it. Let me just hand you some stuff. How about that? So I don't drop anything. I don't want to drop any of Cheryl's stuff. Okay, here we go. So I'll show. Oh, here's the back. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you. It's from Hobby Lobby. It says the Spring Shop. So you know how in Hobby Lobby they have different sections? I actually didn't know they had sections. Priscilla and Chelsea always talk about the sections. I didn't know they had a section. It's called the Spring Shop. The number on it is 5262795. It says Wood Wall Decor Farmhouse, $19.99 is the price. $19.99 is the price. $2,000 is the year. 2020. Whatever. Sorry. I wrote a check. Y'all want to know something funny? I wrote a check to someone, which, I mean, most people don't write checks anymore, but I wrote a check, and I wrote like $2,000. So the person brought it to me and was like, I can't cash it. And I was looking at it like, well, I don't understand. And they were like, you have the wrong year. I'm like, oh, because I put 00 instead of 20. And I was like, it's the same. And they were like, oh, yeah, the bank wouldn't cash it. And I felt like an idiot.
Aww.
Like, how embarrassing is that to, like, pay someone for something that you bought, and then they have to come back to you and say, can you get another check?
That's funny. I pay for things by check sometimes. From Trinka King, has the last chockfull been charged and sent yet?
Friday.
Friday.
And that one, we're getting that pattern later this week, so we're going to show you Liberty Chockfull next week because it's not here yet, and we're going to show it to you packaged. It's the very last one in that club, so you can't sign up for the club anymore. But I'm super excited because I'm going to start that one too.
Woo. From Janet Dabber, if you sign up for clubs today, will you get the June shipments?
Depends. If you want the June shipment, please put a note in the comments in uppercase. Just say, please add June. And we'll look at those notes. Each club is different, and off the top of my head, I can't go real fast.
A few people were suggesting Woolite for cleaning older cross-stitch.
Okay, Woolite. Okay, the only thing I'll say about Woolite, I would probably disagree with that comment. It does have bleach in that product, so I would be careful. What I would use, it's a clear soap. I'll have to find it, but I don't even know if we sell it anymore, but it's a clear soap. But I would be really careful with Woolite. I do not use Woolite in my home because it does have bleach in it, and I just do not So sorry, I'm not trying to make anybody upset. I would not use that.
Okay. From Mary Stitcher, will you be getting Picture This Plus in 36 and 40 count linen?
So we're starting with 14 count and 25 count, and because we got to get all that loaded. And then maybe 2 weeks later, we'll go back and buy the lower counts. Really, our customer base right now really likes 14 count and 25 count, so we're going to start there. I mean, obviously, if they shipped everything, like, we have to pay for it, to be honest. So we're going to do those, and then we're going to add. We're going to do the same exact colors and different sizes. We are not going to add 40 count, though. I can tell you that.
Sorry. And Sandy Taylor was asking about Laurie Holt posted a tour on her YouTube channel recently, and there was a cup there that was shown that I believe we carry. So she was asking what that cup was.
The cup, I don't know. She has a couple of cups.
I think it's one of the ones that came out recently.
It's ceramic. So I think type ceramic, Laurie Holt, and one just came recently, and one we've had for a while, and I have that one in my sewing room. So one is called Vintage Happy 2 Enamel Camp Style Mug, and there is another one. We must be sold out of it right now.
And then she was also asking about her Yeti in the tour. I don't remember if it was...
Okay, so the Yeti, I'm not sure. We used to have Kimberly Stitch Squad Yetis. That might be what you saw, but we are sold out. We're not going to remake those. We only made those because a couple people asked for them, and so it was like a fun little thing, kind of limited edition. It said Kimberly Stitch Squad, but I don't know. I just didn't get them remade.
Okay. And then Denise Henry was wondering, if I order Stitch Quarterly today, will I get it mailed out on the 11th?
Yes.
All right. From MJ.
And we only have a certain number of spots on those. So I can't tell you how many, but when they're gone, they're gone. So, because we only make so many bags and so many, we print, it's all very limited. So if it sells out, I'm very sorry. We do have enough spots to probably get us through today, though.
From MJ, they said, wanted to give shout out to Lily for the excellent coordination. Perhaps we could see you on camera. There's someone else there too, and wanted to give them kudos as well. So the person that actually coordinates more of the FlossTube live streams is the person you're talking about, our Floss Whisperer Denise over here.
And then we also have Ashley, who is helping, and she is helping with Lily, and she edits the videos, and she's super awesome.
Yeah, we have a whole team behind her. So yeah, just wanted to make sure to spread that love to everyone. But yes, I will pop my face on camera in a different video. Okay. And Kathy Birch said, love my Tide pen. It saved me at work when I spilled coffee on my clothes.
That is work. It's like magic.
Do you remember the commercials where they would sing that song? They'd be like, na 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 na.
No. I don't really watch TV. I have been watching, though, the Investigative Discovery 9 at 9. I've watched almost all of them, and then I will say the last night, the one was so disappointing. I was so confused after I watched it. I was like, what did I just watch? But that's been really fun.
Oh, Laurie Holt says that was her My Happy Place Yeti that is coming soon.
Okay, it's on our website, it's called My Happy Place Insulated Tumbler. Okay. It's not a Yeti brand, just to FYI, and it is coming in July. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. Okay, and next question from Melly Ritchie. Do you have to sign up for the Stitch Quarterly each quarter?
No. Once you sign up, you're in it until you cancel.
From Vicky Milburn Tusek. Hi Kimberly and Lily, just want to thank you for the pattern for the little table center mat. I made a green one and love doing it. I put a pic up in your Stitch group.
Thank you. I think I saw it. I thought it was great. Yeah, and you even did the leaves. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
She did the same exact layout. I think she posted it like 3 or 4 days ago.
Okay, I'm gonna go look. From Miami Stitches. Hello Kimberly, any chance you'll be carrying 40 count linen?
No. So I'm going to show you a couple more things. I have some finishes and upcoming stitch along. So Singing in the Rain is a fabric collection by Flamingo Toes, and she put together this cross stitch pattern. I thought it was super cute. So we're going to do a stitch along. So we also are going to, these are her colors. They're listed on the pattern and on our site. I put together these colors so I can stitch it from my house, and I'm going to put it in my sewing room. And so this is going to be an upcoming stitch along. We will put this on our blog, but all of the information is going to be on Bev McCullough's blog, which is Flamingo Toes, and these are the weeks. So we do have the thread sets. We are only doing Aura Floss thread sets and not DMC because we cannot get DMC right now. And I am going to stitch mine on vintage cloth Laurie Holt 25 count cloud. And then a lot of you that like 14 count, we thought that just the plain white Wichelt would be great. So there we go. And sorry for the delay on all of that stitch along. We had to wait for the thread to come. And on the back, we tell you which color goes with which in her pattern. And I wanted to tell you, this is so exciting. I went to the framer on Saturday morning and I found July.
Yes!
Yes.
Confetti cannon for that.
I know. I was so shocked. So I almost just died when I got there. I was like,
oh, yay.
I know.
I'm so glad.
And I had decided if I didn't find it there, I was going to have my kids rifling through everything. And then August, they also had August. So now I have all of these done. I dropped September off, I believe. And so I just have to get that framed. And so I will have that one back in about a month. And so I'm super excited. It took me about a year. I got all of that done. Let me know if y'all have any questions before I go to the very end.
All right, let me see. I think we just had a couple of really nice comments from Robin Heinrich. Watching you ladies on my TV and putting together another Fat Quarter Shop order on my iPad. Do I have a problem? Nah.
Oh.
Thank goodness my hubby is understanding and laughs when another order arrives.
Thank you. And just to give you an update on shipping, we're 18 to 22 days behind. The safety of our employees is our #1 priority. That is why we are behind. We are doing everything we can. Just know that we are trying our hardest to get more caught up than that. We don't love that option. We hate it. Mm-hmm. But I need to keep my employees safe. Mm-hmm. If we don't have employees, you don't have an order.
From Tina Crook, she said, good morning from Indiana. Your 2 weekly videos are my highlights each and every week. You and your staff are fabulous, and you need not be sorry about shipping times during these crazy times.
Thank you.
Okay. And from Chris Yu, she said, I'm looking forward to the Jolly in July mystery. Oh,
yeah, it's awesome.
Ooh.
It looks really good. And we are going to have an Aida alternative for that. And we already have that. That one was easier. It was a gray, so it was much easier to pick rather than the Prim Stitch series.
That's funny. From Wilma Evans, loved the July frame. Where did you buy it?
So those are by Family Tree Frame Company, and we bought them. Some are sold out, some are in stock, and we have more on order. But they are a custom frame company that's affiliated with, they're related to Little House Country Cottage. So yeah, I bought it from myself, I guess.
Laurie Holt says, Kimberly, I have a suggestion. When you take a piece to the framers, you can make a note of that in your stitching planner to keep track.
I do, and I do, and I actually just didn't write that one down. So that's why, because that's why I freaked out, because I went back and looked in my planner and was like, I had only written down the other one, and so I just forgot. But yes, that's what I do. I just was, that's a misstep in my misorganization.
From Shelly Freeman, what's the difference between Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works?
They're just different companies. They're different companies, different owners. They different dye lots, different everything. And Weeks is not pre-cut. So when you get Weeks, you can cut it down yourself. And our Jolly July is going to be featuring Weeks Dye Works. So that's super exciting.
All right, and from My Chaotic Amazing Life, how's Piggy?
He's good. He had to, so we kind of had to, we were trying to save money and just, the kids are home. we were trying to keep him at home and not send him to daycare. And he just got to where we were just like, you got to go to daycare. And he's been so much better. And so when we drop him off in the morning, this is how it happens. It's a house, basically, that he goes to. It used to be a house, but somebody still lives there. And so in that back is where they keep the dogs. So he goes, and like when he gets there, all the dogs go crazy. I should film it sometime. Like they start yapping, like they're saying hi to Piggy, and he's saying hi back. It's so awesome. And then the other day, this is so funny. So all the people that go there, I know all these people because my kids go to school with it's right by her house. So the lady who runs it, her daughter was in Will's class. And then another lady from their class got a new dog, and so it was a black lab, and the black lab came, and I guess the black lab is like 9 months old and not a very good dog. So the lady, Crystal, we're friends, so she was telling me that like when the black lab came, he was not like behaving, and so Crystal was like trying to tell the dog like stop, and then Piggy just was like rah, 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 and got the dog in line. And so she was like, oh, you know, so I mean, he loves it. He has, sorry, I'm just going on and on about my dog, but he's been going to daycare more because he's happier that way. And it's just the funny, I don't know, that dog is just hilarious.
Aww,
and then Emma was like on her phone trying to buy a black pug, and I was like, first of all, no. Second of all, we're gonna get one from a rescue, and third of all, we're not getting a dog. So I don't know what. Let me tell you, my kids are bored. They are out of their mind.
Okay, and we got a super chat from Gail Stale for $10. Thank you so much, Gail. We really appreciate it. There's Super Piggy. Speaking of Piggy, there he is.
Yes,
in
Piggy.
Virtual flying superhero form. And then Stitching with the Sisterlies says, love how well you all work together, enjoy each other, and laugh together. Would be a great work environment.
Oh, thanks.
And then from Little Sissy 1, where did you get your bags?
Bags. So most of the bags that I showed we sell. And some are sold out now, but I have a big stack of bags, and I keep it in one of my drawers, and when I start a new project, I literally just whatever bag's on top, I just throw it in. So I'm going to show you a couple new items, a couple flash sales, and then we'll wrap it up. So the very first item I'm going to show you is our flash sale item for today. It is the 10 count vintage cloth in burlap color. So that would be really cute on Little House Needleworks. Some new patterns that we got. The 2020 Prairie Schooler has arrived. That is always super popular, and so they released it slightly early this year. This one I personally really like. It is Land of the Free by Tiny Modernist, and it's pretty similar style to July 4th, which I did last Mania in 2019, and so I thought this might kind of match, and I might stitch this one. This one, we have some brand new stitching with the housewives. This is Ronnie and the bees, and this is brand new. So this is Ronnie, her dog.
Oh,
and there's a little cup with the bees.
That's funny. The title of that reminds me of Benny and the Jets for some reason. Ronnie and the Bees, Benny and the Jets.
Lily, you're
I'm
on a
sorry.
different. She's on a different. I don't even know how she knows that band. It's before her time.
It's Elton John.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an Elton John song.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was a Benny. I thought that was a group. See, that's what I don't know.
Different.
The next one is Jolly St. Nick and Rudolph. And I am going to stitch this one. This is going to be part of my Jolly July. I'm going to work on it 5 different times in Jolly July. So what I've decided is I'm going to do like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So that is going to be done in Jolly July, which will be so great. And I love that it says Jolly because now it says my name.
Oh.
The next one is the Buzz of the Bees. So cute. And then we showed this already, but Trucking Along August, which is the 3rd in their series of 12. So super excited to have all of these patterns. On all of these patterns, if you're looking for a thread set, Classic Colorworks is really behind on shipping and dyeing because DMC is behind. And so if we don't have the thread set right now, it is on order. So let me know if you'll have any questions.
Yeah. People hear it. Laurie Holt started typing out the lyrics. That's great. Yes, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Obviously.
From Chris Hurdle, is there a difference in the Lugana from Laurie Holt and the brand of Lugana you all sell? So I guess is there a difference in brands of Lugana?
Laurie's is Zweigart. But she just gets it prepackaged and she hand selects colors.
And from Carol Lewis, do you separate the strands in Laurie Holt's Orifloss?
So I use 2 strands and I usually pull them off 1 strand at a time. So yes. Similar, I treat Arfield just like DMC. So guys, have a great week. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Be positive and have a great day.
Bye guys.